That ought to liven things up.
Do not stray far again into the pits of Tartarus, or become lost like all its residents. Content yourself to look upon it from afar.
How about I take a closer look?
You must know I often hunger for destruction, almost uncontrollably at that. Though I am finding you are able to sate that appetite of mine.
After some consideration and on your recommendation, Alex ultimately need to make contact with the goddess Nyx again. She is quite distant from me now, of course. If you happen to know, did she receive the message well? Respond.
Well, Master Chaos, she can be a little difficult to read at times, but I got the impression she was quite surprised, even excited to have heard from you again. She said that she would think about how to respond, or whether to respond.
I see. Well, she shall find a way if it is warranted. I always did expect the world from her. There were times when I expected her to shine as bright as day, though she is night. When she achieved a certain level of ability, she left, and I could not find her.
Dionysus, mate, sometimes things weigh heavily on me, but then I hear from you and it's like I don't have a care in the world. To your health.
Oh, you're really too much for me sometimes, you know that, man? Gotta tell you, I don't think I ever felt so close to somebody so damn far away. But through the gift of drink, it's like we're with each other in spirit all the time, you know? Zag, turns out I am quite the judge of character, and you men have an awful lot of it. I mean, you've given out how much ambrosia now? To all your mates and more?
Achilles, look. Good. There you are, stranger. Settle something for us quickly, Would Achilles not make for the perfect champion of Elysium? For I think almost anybody would be better than the current one.
I think I'd rather maintain watch over a nearly empty hall than battle all the shades around here, Pat.
I too would vastly prefer having to contend with Theseus rather than yourself, Achilles. Although that's not to say I disagree that almost anybody would be better in the role than him.
It seems then I am overruled. But I know champion material when I see it, and I see it now.
There, on your hands. The weapons you call Malphon. They're just as I saw in my dream. Monstrous. Like me.
Former property of someone called Gilgamesh. The beastman he fought, Enkidu. You said they became friends. What said your dream about us on that front, sir?
It didn't say much. Only that we would fight. Just as that Gilgamesh and Enkidu once did. Maybe the outcome will be the same. Maybe it won't. We'll find out. The might of Gilgamesh. I understand it now. But I won't make his friend's mistake. We'll fight again.
Not everybody on Olympus is a total disappointment, Zagreus. Why, someday maybe you could meet Callisto. She goes hunting with me all the time. Bet you don't see many woodland nymphs down there.
Look, Zag, I'm not going to lie. You hurt my feelings here. I thought we had a thing, a close familial bond. Yeah, I'm really mad now that I think on it. You know what, man? Just forget about what happened, yeah? Because I already did. I mean, it happens, right?
A challenger! What are those bestial gloves of yours, blackguard? Beginning to show more of your true and savage nature here, perhaps?
No. He bears the twin fists in the aspect of a king called Gilgamesh. that king, he too wrestled a beast-like man, who then became a friend. Maybe that's why I knew this fight would come.
What are you telling me, Asterious? Now is certainly not a good time for waxing philosophical, I think. And surely this King Gilgamesh of whom you speak is much more competent a fighter than this filth.
You know that saying, don't be hasty, boss? That comes from me, I swear. A little way to stave off competition masquerading as the wisdom of a sage. Those stupid mortals will buy anything.
All right, we made it, Malphon. Appreciate you lending me the might of Gilgamesh.
Resorting to mere fisticuffs with me. Though how you got Malphon to look like that, I've no idea. Pray tell, whose monstrous claws are those? A manticore's?
These claws, I'll have you know, Father, belonged once to an ancient god king known as Gilgamesh. You ever meet?
Provided he was flesh and blood at some point, then he resides within my realm. Presumably within Elysium somewhere, sadly bereft of his manticore claws thanks to you. Come, show me what they can do. You have your mother's perseverance. How is it that you got this strong?
The often dying prince, having achieved his purpose, then reflects upon his life and deeds, remembering his many past demises with such vivid clarity that this occurs. No! Thought I'd put in a house contractor order to keep that codex of yours sorted, lad. Now that you know so many on Olympus, figured it must be a lot keeping track of all their blessings and such.
Yes, that should definitely come in handy, sir. I'm still getting a handle on everything I can do with all the Olympians' powers fused with mine.
Keep at it.
I know what must be done regarding chaos and myself, my child. It is not often that I ask for your assistance, but I need for you to do something for me. If you would hear me out.
Of course, Nyx. Anything. What can I do?
In the administrative chamber, you perhaps recall the Elder Sigil there. Through it, we have access directly to the darkest reaches of the realm, but not to chaos anymore. Not currently. Though this is solvable, I think.
Wait, the sigil? But I'm not authorized to use it. It's never worked for me, and I have even less authority around here now.
That you are stripped of your authority is what makes this possible at all. It shall require a significant expenditure of darkness. Then the bridge to chaos may be restored, so that I might travel again to visit them. Will you bring darkness to the sigil for me, please? When possible.
I'll do everything I can. Hey, maybe you can put in a request with the house contractor for me. Make it official, right?
So shall it be.
Should check the garden. Thank you for waiting.
Oh, come on, Hades. Mortals are much more resilient than that. What, you think they'll show up at your gates here all at once? They have our family looking out for them.
That is what I'm afraid of. Do you truly believe my brothers and the rest shall take the sort of care of them while they draw breath, as we do here after they have expired?
It's true we have to look out for them indefinitely, while Olympus need only look out for them for a little while. But our relatives are always watching from their mountain. And if they do turn a blind eye once in a while, mortals aren't bad at fending for themselves.
But they are never satisfied. Always begging us to provide more and more.
They like us, Hades. They praise us, tell one another about us. What do you expect? Would you rather they forgot about us?
No. No, I suppose not. But they need us.
Well, we need them.
You
man must be mates with just about everybody down there by now, yeah? Doling out nectars left and right, just livening the place right up.
Please, Lord Uncle Zeus, accept this gift of nectar in your honor, though it is such a pittance in comparison to all the generosity you've shown.
I'm very pleased to see a show of such respect and admiration for your uncle, Asterious. You'll go quite far here on Olympus with an attitude like that. Not everyone's as mannered, nor as wise. My good sister Demeter already tried to poison you against me, as I understand, young man. Oh, foster sister, she prefers, I say, loath as she is to accept her role as part of our great family.
But you're as determined as my foster brothers were when my sisters and I stood with them against the Titans way back when.
Should come in useful.
Message for you, boss, from my professional associate who wanted you to know, and I quote, Come quickly, boss. You need to hurry up and get out of there. You're running out of time. You're not, really, but it's a bit of motivation, eh?
I always wondered, sir, what was Achilles like? During his youth, I mean, if you can say.
How to describe what somebody was like? Everyone who saw him on the battlefield agreed he was magnificent, stranger. His allies and his enemies alike. But there was more to him, I think. A certain outlook, a sense of justice. I knew him before he was a warrior. Only reason I suppose I liked him.
Oh, Cerberus. Doubtless you deserve the biggest thanks that this house still stands, don't you? Did you enjoy the treat I brought you from the surface?
The surface treat devouring hound of hell provides the Queen a most decidedly affirmative response.
I thought you might. You wouldn't know it wasn't made of meat, I'll bet. I'll see if we can't grow you plenty more.
Wanted to say, the Lady Aphrodite asked that I relay a message to you, sir. She said that she admires you. Mentioned a certain war.
Admires me, does she? Sometimes, lad, I think that Aphrodite is the mightiest of all the gods. Her power is what spurs us all to action, whether to love or war, or sometimes both the two. I'm grateful for the message.
Went all the way again, huh?
I can tell when Mother Nyx is upset, Zagreus, and I know better than to ask her, so I'm going to ask you. What happened?
Probably because Nyx took issue with me chatting with Deucer from time to time. Is that really so unbecoming of me? Not even Father seems to care.
Well, Mother cares, and I for one know better than to question it. None of us would be here were it not for her. If she has a request for you, you honor it.
You're telling me I should just start ignoring Deucer from now on, like you do?
You're a god. I'm telling you to learn to act like one.
Oh, this is wonderful, except I'm racked with guilt for having nothing much to give you in return. You never even got a mother's love from me.
Please don't say that. It's just a gift, all right? Besides, can't we start now? Mother and son type things, if you would like.
I'd like that even more than this fine nectar, Zagreus.
Father, I know we can't exactly change the past, but we can try to move forward. Look, I know I'm not even supposed to have this stuff, but everyone likes it. Won't you try it at least? Here, take it either way.
I can dispose of this properly. Speaking of disposal, I've no further need for this here, so rid me of it, why don't you? On your way out.
Father, I don't know what to say.
I had a feeling that our court musician would eventually come back to his senses and his talents, boy. Here yet again, my intuitions were correct. Though you appear a bit perturbed. Don't like the song? It's about you.
It says I'm really the bastard son of Zeus, but also indelibly connected to the god of wine, and how your parents tore me to pieces, giving rise to mortals, but that I'm always going to be stuck here.
You fill Orpheus's mind with nonsense, he produces nonsense. Nonsense, I presume, shall spread from this place far and wide, so everyone might know that I have nothing to do with you.
I'm not worried. Orpheus plays for a very small audience. I hope. Hey, Orpheus, mate. I have something good for you right here. Ambrosia, all the way from the surface. I want you to have it.
Ah, but this is splendid, Zagreus. And I must say, apart from my Eurydice, I've never felt as strong a bond of kinship as with you.
You're too kind.
I trust your never-ending toil in the underworld is proceeding well, my friend.
At last, the bridge to chaos is restored. Thank you so very much, my child. I shall be going then, and I shall presently return. Please have no fear. And now, farewell. I shall bring Chaos your kindest regards.
Please do. Until next time, Nyx. What does one offer to the god of wine? The very best is what. And down here, this is it, mate. I'm grateful I've got some of your spirit in me. To have such a connection with you despite all the distance between us.
Zag, I cannot believe what you're offering to me. Ambrosia, man, for me? And talk about a bottle that has seen some wild days and nights. I mean, if it got all the way to you down there, only to come back up. Know what? I'm saving it till we can share it here. The key to any halfway decent feast is lots and lots of preparation, man. Or maybe just having to improvise, you know? That drunkard Dionysus cannot help you near as much as I, my hellborn kin. Compare the gift he gave to what I offer you. Why do it to me like that, Zag, man? I thought we were close as grapes upon the vine, but I was wrong? Hey, now that was quite a sight. I gotta hand it to you, man, and you deserve this. Here.
The Erinyes, known also as the Furies. They are the trusted sentinels of Lord Hades, charged with torturing the worst of mortal kind, and ridding the underworld of any fool enough to trespass where they do not belong.
They'll just have to try harder next time.
Hey, cuz, you're now well accustomed to our little chats, but I want you to level with me here. You're the boss. If you prefer, I'd be happy to shut up. No harm, no foul. Just give the signal, hey?
Perish the thought, Lord Hermes. It's been great hearing from you from time to time.
All right, boss. Just making sure that I'm not interrupting anything.
As I remain committed to my task, Goddess, I'm reminded none of this would have been possible without your aid. And so, I must give thanks, even if through a meager offering.
I know there isn't much that you can do to show your gratitude at present, Zagreus. But I would ask that you save it for when your task is complete. You've more important matters to attend to now. I have grown closer than expected with the goddess Nyx in all of this, cousin. It is quite evident to me how much she cares for you. I must admit I envy your relationship sometimes, for I've made do without a mother's presence in my life.
The one thing better than singing, hon, is singing with somebody you love.
You. I have to tell you, sir, it was a real sight to see you fighting alongside Achilles. You two were amazing.
Oh, I'm a little rusty. But he's not. Still very much in tip-top shape, except more able to control his temper, I should think.
Don't sell yourself so short. Though, I thought you laid down your spear forever. Why choose to fight again?
Achilles swayed me into realizing some activity may be quite good for me. And besides, if we can aid you in a pinch, that's worth my while.
I have looked forward to repaying you in kind for our last fight.
If you can hear me, mighty Uncle Zeus, I wish to make to you this simple gift, and with it send my humble wish that someday you and Father settle all your differences and be at peace.
Ah, most splendid of an offering, young man. And while we've yet to even meet in person, I already feel as though the two of us are close. Why, closer than you must be even with your father. Perhaps we ought to go telling everybody I'm your real father, am I right? You must forgive the Lady Denethor her scornfulness, nephew, for she is still recovering after the sudden disappearance of her daughter. Though it was quite some time ago, the girl, poof, just vanished. I try to lighten up the mood around it every now and then, but no, a sore spot still.
Oh, Dionysus.
You know, Zag, maybe once you get here, you could get old Ares to just lighten up a little, you know, man? Always dragging down the mood with talk of blood and nastiness, all sorts of stuff like that.
By my Lord Dionysus, I fail to see why such discussion is perceived as unbecoming of a feast. A successfully conducted war is certainly a cause for celebration, is it not?
You bear the sigil of the dead. I wear the helm of darkness. Even devoid of artifacts as these, we fight here without witnesses, in shadow.
If only everybody knew you had a mighty son most capable of cutting you down to size, with or without the ability to vanish suddenly.
A very boastful son, who often thinks too much of his ability. Come then, I'll make you vanish suddenly.
Somebody raised you very well indeed, my son. Nyx, I suppose. I'll never be half the mother she is. She's done it for eons, while I'm only getting started.
For what it's worth, I happen to think you're off to an excellent start. Nyx did teach me a lot. Achilles too, and Father in a way. But there is no replacing your presence. I felt that before we ever met, and now I know for sure.
Thank you, Asterious. Let's hope you're right. I nurtured very many plants, at least. Of that I can assure you. Perhaps my gardening experience provided a bit of a head start on this whole mothering thing.
Perhaps I'm part plant. Mother, one thing I was wondering about was, how did you summon Charon to your surface residence, especially without, being dead?
Oh, why... He gave me his calling card after he graciously helped get me out of here the first time. No doubt at Nyx's request, but still. Never thought I'd use it, but I still kept it, just in case.
No idea what a calling card is, but okay. More nectar for the old disposal service, Father, if you don't mind. Come on, you must have tried the stuff, at least in the days before you were here. Didn't you ever enjoy yourself at any point?
I don't require beverages in order to enjoy myself, boy. Unlike so many of your kin upon their mountain. Yet this blasted substance somehow finds its way to my domain. Then fine. You wish for the customs here to be more akin to Olympus? Why not?
Why not?
Be certain that you take appropriate precautions with the sigil of the dead that you now bear. Should some misfortune come to it through negligence, it cannot be replaced.
Can't imagine what I'd do without your blessing, Father. But thank you again. I don't often inherit fate-appointed honors, and will take good care of it. Though, what if the Olympians catch on? Wouldn't do for everybody knowing that you're aiding me, even a little, right?
Correct. It would not do at all. Fortunately, the power of the unseen can remain well hidden as it pleases. What is it your instructor always says?
Fear is for the weak.
Indeed.
So you've been trying to give Tisiphone speech lessons between fights to the death? Are you bored or just naive?
Come on, if her vocabulary consists of two different, although admittedly almost identical words, there's got to be room for growth there. Besides, I feel like maybe she's lonely or something. Has anyone ever tried to teach her anything?
Maybe, just maybe, you're projecting your own insecurities onto her a little bit. Tiz can take care of herself. Always has. Talking's not her strong suit like it's yours. But if you, in all your wisdom, think you've got something to teach her, you go right ahead.
You've tried already, haven't you? She's pretty dead set on the murder thing, then?
You know, that's a good way to put it.
Wanted to ask you more about Nyx and Chaos, sir. So they just drifted apart? I mean, why not just keep in touch? I don't understand. How hard is it just to say hello from time to time?
It can be harder than you know. For someone like Nyx, she was responsible for no small part of creation herself. As her relationship with Chaos grew more strained, she gave birth to strife, misery, doom, sons and daughters you don't hear about too much.
What, really? I've never heard Hypnos or Thanatos mention any of them, let alone Nyx. They sound like a handful. Where are they? What happened?
I don't know, lad. On the surface, I suppose. My point is, Nyx had her own problems to contend with. Dealing with her brood, governing the underworld all on her own before your father arrived. Her relationship with Chaos suffered for it.
Yeah, I can see that. Lady Athena, I know there's more at stake for you in this than just my plight. You care so much about this family. That care and your determination spurs me on. I'm ever grateful.
Perhaps there really is no time quite like the present when it comes to showing thanks to one another, my dear cousin. You've opened my eyes to the possibility, though I remain steadfast in my resolve to fight for you. Despite whatever difficulties you've encountered, dear cousin, again and again you have never yielded. I must admit, your strength of will is quite inspiring, for even I have doubts from time to time. It's all the clearer to me why the goddess Nyx spoke so highly of you.
I've got a feeling this time, man, like things are really going to take a turn for you, and I mean for the better, almost certainly, I think.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
Your mother has returned to us already, Zagreus. And still you're going to keep battling your way out, past me and everything up there. Why?
Father says there's no escape from here, and I like to repeatedly show him he's wrong. Besides, I think getting out there a bit from time to time does me some good.
Sounds like you found yourself a steady line of work. Most jobs just need doing. If this one gives you some fulfillment, stick to it. Now come on.
Right on time.
Thought I'd check in again real quick there, boss. Do you want my witty conversation next time, or straight to the boons?
Definitely witty conversation, Lord Hermes. Boons are more than welcome after that.
Ha! Good. I like these little chats. Take care now, boss.
I salute you, Uncle Poseidon. Your strength and confidence inspire me, and you accepted me as part of the family without question. It means a lot.
Oh, nephew, but you needn't shower me with offerings and praise, you know. I have no need of showering at all. Not when I've the sea itself to do with as I please. I'm told a number of the underwater denizens from my domain were captured fair and square through your surpassing skill using the rod of fishing, little Hades. They're yours. I've millions more.
You bear the blessing of Poseidon, Zagreus. Someday I shall remind him of his place and freeze his watery domain entirely.
I thought we were on better terms, cousin. I ask only for your cooperation, yet still you turn your back. All is forgiven, Zagreus, and I take no offense. Exacting vengeance is just something we Olympians all do from time to time.
Ugh, blasted heavily armored half-bull.
Turns out there's still an awful lot to do around here, isn't there, Zagreus? I'm still getting caught up on day-to-day affairs.
Day to day? How can you even tell it's day around here anyway, Mother?
Well, that was just a guess now that you mention it. In any case, forgive me if I don't get swooped up in every household detail, all right?
Never. Kidding, of course.
One thing before you depart again, boy. Until the Queen's intentions with Olympus come to pass, not a word to anyone about her presence here. Do you understand?
I do, but she won't have to hide forever. I'm sorry I raised my voice with you last time, Fen. I know Nyx put so much into this place and has nurtured so many of us here.
It's not me you should be apologizing to, Zag. Although, with Mother Nyx, sometimes it's best to leave her be. As for Dusa, I didn't mean to suggest you should abandon your friend.
Thanks.
Now fling the blasted thing again, I said. And put your anger into it this time, like so. Or if you've not anger enough for it yet, you'll learn, I promise you.
I've anger enough.
I hope that once you make it to Olympus, we'll go hunting sometime, you and I, you know? I like being on my own and all, but it's been nice talking to you like this.
War's such a wondrous thing, my kin. It solves so many different problems whilst perpetuating its own inevitability. Let's keep it up then,
Prince, that vintage ambrosia bottle that you gave me, that was the greatest thing I ever tried, I think. Even Boldy enjoyed the stuff.
I thought you'd like it, sir, and so I'm pleased to offer you another. Almost a shame we seldom get such imports from Olympus around here. I hope I can appreciate it for myself sometime, once all this is over with, I think.
What? You mean that you've never touched the stuff yourself? You've much more self-control than I have there. Perhaps someday we'll have a chance to share some between us.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Hey, Your Highness, good old Boldy there had several things he wanted to tell you. Thank you for listening to him. With all that said, I think I've got something for you right here.
Poor Demeter, young man. You still wonder what became of her fair daughter. Ran away with mortals there, perhaps. Some of the tales even more preposterous. Don't go believing everything you hear. And do be sensitive about the subject, Demeter, she's been through quite enough.
Heard the news you broke your streak of victories of late, boss. Happens, right? You seem the sort to bounce right back, though. Let me help with that.
Nyx, you're here.
I thank you for this, child.
It pleases me immensely of some of Hades to have seen the goddess Nyx again. The significant amount of time that has elapsed since last this happened told sufficiently old pains, I think. Thus it becomes a basis on which our connection may, in time, take shape again.
My greetings to you, child. How unusual that we should come in contact here. Chaos and I had quite a bit of catching up to do. Please go about your business, and I shall see you back inside the house in time. Provided you return there, of course. And thank you for this, once again.
It was my pleasure. Take care of each other.
Oh, you look terrible, if I may say, stranger. Perhaps one of these trinkets can be of some small help.
Look, I have to say, I just don't think you have a real chance against both Theseus and the Minotaur together. But you might just have a chance to get the Minotaur's autograph from me if maybe you ask nice or something.
No.
It's my great pleasure to make your acquaintance. Call me Dusa, please. I'm your house custodian, and I am at your service. Anything you need, just call, okay?
Dusa, wonderful to know you. This house is immaculate. Night and day difference from before. Now I know exactly whom to compliment.
Thanks so much. I will not let you down.
Thank you in turn.
I understand that you created quite a stir within Elysium. An all-out brawl within Eternal Paradise.
You call that paradise? It's just a bunch of shades bored out of their former skulls, itching for a chance to feel alive again.
What would you know of it? The greatest mortals have their every need fulfilled within that place. Dread to hear what they shall say of all of this.
You'll find out soon enough. I hope you're ready for some more of the real thing there, Than, because I got you some and I won't be taking what is this, Zag, for an answer.
What is this? Come on already, Zagreus. Are you just messing with me now? How did you even manage to get more of this, much less decide to hand it off to me?
In order, no, I'm not. By ransacking my father's realm repeatedly, and it's because I like you, Thanatos. In case you still have some misgivings about that.
You like me, Zagreus? I never thought. I don't know why that sounds so strange coming from you, given everything that's happened as of late.
Yeah. Look, if you don't feel the same way about me at this point, I would rather know. Cease all these coy gift exchanges and all that.
I never said anything like that. You know what? There's a bunch of mortals I have to go fetch. Goodbye.
Than, wait.
I heard you stayed the Knave King's sentence. I should be angry with you. Sisyphus must be the only mortal ever to have humiliated me. But Mother Nyx, she must have backed you, didn't she?
We did what needed to be done. As much as Father likes making examples out of wretched shades, an eternal sentence felt a little excessive in this case. Besides, Sisyphus isn't leaving anyway. Seems to have found his niche.
Oh? Well, he's an odd one, through and through, I guess. As long as I don't have to deal with him again.
Don't think you will.
My sisters, Hestia and Hera, surely would assist as well, young sprout. Except they and our foster brothers haven't been getting along of late. Though as for me, I'll never leave this mountaintop of mine.
Hey, again as ever, Zag. Now you keep at it like you have been, and I bet we'll all be hanging out up here in no time flat. I'm with you all the way. There's so much insufferable talk of peace up here, my kin. It is quite the relief to focus on much more important things with you. You wouldn't hang with me given the choice. I thought I had you sorted, man, but maybe you just don't appreciate the finer things. Okay, let's say we're settled up now, Zag, and go on being best mates just like before, yeah?
There's not much new worth mentioning up here, though. Looks like you have got your hands full down there, boss.
I know this ambrosia originated on Olympus, Lady Athena, though through its long voyage to these depths I trust its savor is more worthy of your grace. No one's ever had a greater cousin, and I'll never forget what you've done for me.
Zagreus, when Nyx revealed herself to me and I first learned of you, I saw it as an opportunity to bridge the great divide between Olympus and your father's realm. But having had all these glimpses into who you are, it is an even greater honor to have forged this partnership with you. My warlike brother Ares reached you, didn't he? I've always found his conduct quite disturbing. At least it seems he's helping you for now.
An incorrect decision there, my kin, to side against me thus. Blood needs be shed, and yours is going to suffice. After a show of violence such as that, how can I possibly remain upset, my kin?
Here, sir. The drink of the gods themselves. Thought maybe you would like to try it. Just a small token of my appreciation for your selflessness with me time after time.
You'd give the precious gift of ambrosia to someone like me, stranger. A gloried thing like that. Why bother? I should be just another shade to you.
Well, you're not. You're someone I look forward to seeing here in Elysium, which is more than I can say for just about anybody else around here, so please, enjoy it. Perhaps with Achilles.
Well, perhaps I'll try. You're not so bad, you know that, stranger? Careful with that, or you'll undermine the ruthless reputation that you have.
Asterious, other guy.
Upon my word, the fiend again darkens these halls. Alas, Asterious, it seems I was mistaken and he hasn't learned his lesson after all.
And what's this lesson that I ought to have learned? Is it to always slay you first since you're so damn insufferable all the time?
Your lesson, monster, is to never, ever take up arms against those favored by the gods themselves. You shall never see the light of day as I once did. No offense, Asterious.
Oh, why can I get armor like that?
Whoa! See you next time you die, okay?
So Orpheus was finally able to reunite with Eurydice because of you, my son. Ah, I'm so glad. Your father's arrangement with him was quite severe. Though he did ask for a lot for a mortal soul to return to the land of the living.
Is it even possible for Father to return a mortal back to life if he so chose? Just by letting their shade escape or something?
Oh, I've no idea. Probably not. But we were so moved by Orpheus's plea and song that, well, I think your father took pity on him.
Wait, we were so moved? You were there when Orpheus came to try and rescue Eurydice.
I was. Your father knew I loved their music. Imagine my surprise to see him as our court musician here.
I'd no idea. So what happened when Mother first arrived, if I may ask? Some of your residents seem to remember the Queen from before, yet the Olympians just never found out?
They had no jurisdiction here. No knowledge of our goings-on. Well, Hermes did perhaps, but in a very limited capacity. As far as anybody knew beyond this realm, our queen was Nyx. Ask nothing more of this.
All right, all right.
I couldn't help but notice, lad, that Cerberus has been away for quite some time. Turns out your father's put him back to work above. I truly hope you shall not have to come to blows.
Don't worry, sir. I've run into Cerberus up top, all right. Even if he's technically Father's pet, he'd never bare his fangs at me. No matter how much Father might wish otherwise.
That's good, then. Glad to hear it.
Thanatos, I wanted to apologize for the last time I approached you with a bottle of the real thing and give the whole exchange another shot. Would that be all right?
You're asking my consent to give me yet another lavish gift. Sure. Permission granted. Though what makes you think that your approach this time is going to be any more successful than the last?
I don't know that it will. I never really know exactly where I stand with you. But I know how I feel. And I'd rather be upfront with you even if it means risking our relationship such as it is.
Our relationship? It wasn't long ago you were prepared to throw it all away while making for the surface, if you don't recall. But now you're saying that you care for me. And what exactly, Zagreus?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Than. I should not have left the way I did without letting you know. But when you found me, I think that's when I knew, or started to realize, you know?
Yes, I know, I think, because when I heard you took off, the anger that I felt, it wasn't something I expected. So, what do we do now?
Maybe we ought to take our time. Unlike the real thing there, that's a commodity we have in good supply. Just know that if you feel the way I do, you know where to find me. And if not, I'm grateful anyway.
I see. Well then, the best that I can say for now is that I'm grateful too for this. Take care of yourself, Zag.
You too. Fen, what's your relationship with Ares on Olympus? I know he deals in death himself, but his approach seems rather different from your own.
I do not care for his approach at all, but he has been professionally courteous with me. More than I can say for most of your Olympian relatives, I suppose.
You mean the rest of the Olympians don't treat you well?
Discounting Hermes, I should say, the rest of them have nothing much to do with me at all. I can imagine why. I know it's complicated with your father here. But as for Ares, I think he's all right.
Disturbingly all right. Nyx, you're back. So, how did things with Chaos go? Please tell me it went well.
It did. It did go well, my child. I appreciated having had a chance to reconnect with my great ancestor. Thanks to your generosity. To both of us. We had to make up for a great deal of lost time.
So what happens now? You're back on speaking terms, then does it mean Chaos will stop by for a visit soon? Something like that?
Chaos is comfortable in their realm. I may, however, visit every now and then, keep them apprised of what unfolds up here. Beyond that, Chaos knows better than to exert too much influence upon this realm. Beyond having already formulated it and everything.
I see. Well, take care of each other, please.
Please send the goddess Nyx my kind regards. That she supports you in your effort to escape her own domain suggests a selflessness I would not have expected.
Hey, Asterious, that nectar you sent? Callisto and the nymphs and we've popped it open recently, and it was really good. Had us positively frolicking about, so thanks.
Whenever I encounter you, Uncle Poseidon, my spirits lift, and I feel there must not be anything that can stop me. I only wish we met sooner, though I'm grateful to have met you at all.
I thought I told you, nephew, not to make such offerings to me. I probably forgot. Or getting you mixed up, perhaps, for I have many other nephews, thanks to Zeus. Though between us, I don't like any one of them as much as you. That scoundrel, Theseus. Apparently he earned himself some sort of winsome prize for all his blustering there in Elysium. Though I'm quite certain that no matter what he and his bull friend have at their disposal, you've the power to defeat them utterly. So go do it. Surely I'll get word.
Why, look who's here, Baldy. So how do you like the surface, hey, Prince Zed? Now that you've finally had a chance to see it for yourself. Not too bad, I hope.
It takes some getting used to, that's for sure. I'm not sure I'll ever grow completely accustomed to it. Do you miss it, sir?
Oh, you know, I still have almost everything that matters, and the rest, it makes for precious memories I didn't have up there.
The infinite possibilities can be tedious to choose from. So let me provide you with a significantly smaller set with which you may yet change the fate's designs.
Electo.
Good. How many times is it going to take, Red Blood? How many? Tell me, how can you stand running into me like this over and over?
Well, habits can be hard to break. As for how many times, I've really no idea. Though I guess there's one way to find out.
I'll give you one thing. I like it when my prey bites back. Come on, let's see some blood again.
You've got a tough climb up ahead, Cuz, so you just pace yourself, all right? Just kidding. Go as quickly as you can. It works for me.
I understand you've made your choice, cousin. And I, in turn, now have my family's reputation to uphold.
The curse of chaos, has it?
Let's continue on already, Zagreus. There isn't any point in feuding, and there's much to do before your quest is done.
The Lady Demeter still prattles on about her missing girl, Zagreus. But I want you to understand something, all right? She's gone. We all have grieved. Perhaps Demeter shall finally accept what has occurred, and we can move forward, having grown stronger as a family.
Lad, I heard from Nyx. She said that she was able recently to re-establish contact with Chaos, thanks to you. You're just full of surprises, reforging old bonds between primordial gods like it was nothing.
Oh, just took a bit of tampering with the sigil in the admin chamber. Whole bunch of darkness, too. But I could tell that Nyx and Chaos, they seem to really miss each other, to the extent they are able to miss anybody.
I think they're plenty capable of missing their loved ones, lad. The amount of time that either of us have existed, it's nothing compared to either of them. Imagine being apart from someone you care about for that long.
I couldn't stand it.
Elysium is up in arms again because of...
You know, that painting in your bedchambers, it turned out rather well, didn't it? Some very talented shades around here.
Oh, it's beautiful. I tried to persuade your father to hang it out in the hall, but he's too coy about such things. Though I like it where it is. A reminder to us every day and night.
Still can't believe you let me hold his spear. You ever think of giving Thanatos a break, Father? He seems to have more than his fair share of work of late.
Blame the blasted mortals for perishing so easily, or blame Lord Ares prior to accusing me. With their surface wars, not only do they kill each other readily, but also often subsequently perish from the consequences of it all.
What wars? What's going on up there? Why don't the other Olympians do something?
Bah, how should I know? The mortals are equipped to settle their petty differences by any number of means. You have to make room for them all sooner or later, regardless.
That's certainly a way of looking at it.
Congratulations on your new responsibilities, my child. So you have reason to rise from here to the surface still.
It's more of a formality, I think. My responsibilities, such as they are, remain quite similar to those that got me to this point. But thank you, Nyx. It's strange to think that I can serve the house by trying to break from it time after time.
There can be no escape. Your father wishes that this reputation spread, so that the mortals in the Shades never attempt what you were able to achieve.
Well, it does beat standing around in my chambers aimlessly. And I dare say it feels rather good not to feel utterly incompetent for a change.
It is an honor to be working with you, child.
Likewise, Nyx.
You're back? Nyx must be worried seeing us like this. Lately always at each other's throats.
I need to ask something of you.
Thanatos. I'd ask you to come in, but you're already here. It's really good to see you.
Just tell me one thing, Zagreus. Did you really mean what you told me before, that maybe we ought to take our time?
I just don't mean to push you, Than. I know all this is kind of a lot. And I wanted you to know this isn't some impulsive thing for me. I'll wait for you however long it takes.
You have no concept of which impulses to act upon and which to keep in check. You say you'll wait? Well, let me ask you this. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm here. Already. Right?
Than. Oh, you're right. Hey, Than. Look, speak up already. I don't like it when you're quiet for too long. What's on your mind?
A lot of things, and you will have to grow to like it, Zag. Or what I mean is, don't take my silence the wrong way, all right? I better get going, though. I'm way behind on work, but see you again, if that's all right.
It is. It is.
I suppose even down in the underworld you would have heard such tales of me, young man. They're all untrue, except the tales of my bravery. Those are completely accurate, though all too modest in most cases, I must say.
Your presence never ceases to intrigue me, son of Hades. For you are not like the Olympians on high, who have forgotten me, or thusly choose to act.
Sometimes I think about what you've endured. To have been living in that loathsome squalor, cousin. I swear, you'll have your justice.
You
have I done, good nephew, to deserve such scorn? Your lapse in judgment here is not so easy to forgive, yet easily punished. All right, this is becoming unproductive, Zagreus. As you were.
Hey, you're in good with Thanatos, isn't that right? A real broody sort. Sometimes I think maybe I ought to just invite him to a feast, but then what if he cools the whole thing down, makes everybody kind of you know?
I'm back.
Tisiphone started to say the strangest things lately, Redblood. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Oh, don't fret. I was just trying to help her expand her somewhat limited vocabulary.
Stay out of her head! You really think she's got something to learn from you? Learn to shut up from her.
Last thing I ever want to do is slow you down, boss. So enough chit-chat, now pick and go. Go!
Oh. Sure don't see a lot of other nymphs around here, huh? We don't die too easy, most of us. Makes me feel all special.
I've never met another nymph, now that you mention it. Heard of a few. The goddess Artemis sounds like she spends more time with nymphs than the other Olympians.
That's what I heard. Though it's not like we all hang out. I mean, you've got the dryads and the naiads and the nereids and the oceanids. Pretty much every type of terrain up top, there's a kind of nymph who loves it. Maybe we need a name for underworld nymphs, too.
Thanatos.
Thought I'd find you here. What say we go take care of business here just like we used to, Zag?
You bear the blessing of Athena, yes? She would protect you from your enemies, whilst I would rather that you slay them and be done.
I sense another furious battle here awaits us, Short One. Although you're more inquisitive than usual.
Oh, it's just... I have an odd request. You see, the god of slumber, Hypnos, colleague of mine, huge fan. He's in desperate need of your autograph. Little personalized message. I don't suppose you'd be so kind. It'd mean a lot to him.
Autograph. I see. Then it appears there are such gods as favor me. I will inscribe a bit of parchment for your colleague then.
The god-forsaken Minotaur impresses then upon a parchment a brief message to the god of sleep, and gives it to the favor-asking prince.
Know, Short One, that this favor is for you, and not for Hypnos. Though he may challenge me himself at any time.
War shall be waged here, no matter what, my kin. But even still, I am dismayed you would have sided against me. Your sacrifice to me just now has moved me to forgiveness for the time. Thus shall we call a truce.
So, Varatha and Gygaros ought to clash again upon this empty field. Let us have at it then. You bested me, I'll grant you, Zagreus.
Hey, Hypnos. This is for all the well-meaning advice you've given me. A little something from a certain double-bladed axe-wielding, bull-headed, oversized monster of a man you admire.
What's this? It's kind of hard to read the handwriting. It says, "No way. To Hypnos, my biggest fan. Stay vigilant. Asterious." There's even a little picture of a bull. Wow. Wow!
Enjoy it, Hypnos.
Achilles must be with Patroclus now.
Heard you made it, Zag.
Thanatos, the world outside, didn't you say that it would make you sick being out there for very long at all? I understand now what you meant by that. Beautiful place and all, but it's good to be back.
See what I mean now, Zag? Nice place to visit on occasion, sure. But I definitely wouldn't want to live there.
Couldn't if I tried.
And what of the complaints from Elysium? They wanted the lawns thoroughly manicured for their athletic contests.
Already taken care of. Though the flooding in Asphodel, that doesn't look like something we can clear up for quite some time. Fortunately, the residents seem to be getting accustomed to it.
There have been fewer reports about it as of late. And what of the satyr problem? Blasted things are rampant up there still.
Well, they're probably contained up there, at least. And Zagreus has been keeping them in check, hasn't he?
He has.
Do you enjoy Orpheus's singing, Nyx? He seems a bit concerned that you might not.
I am amenable to the consonance of his harmonious child.
So that's a yes.
You got that court musician to pipe up again. I know you can't shut up, but didn't know it was contagious.
Hey, it was all Orpheus, not me. Can't sing like that without a lot of motivation, inner turmoil, who knows what else. Why don't you like it? This lounge seems better with a little song.
This lounge is fine. And the singing, I'm not used to it yet.
It's a change.
In my domain, you either find your place or learn your place. There's work enough to go around, believe you me.
I found my place, I think. Goddess Athena.
Here on Olympus is the opposite of everything about that lifeless squalor you reside in, Zagreus. Fight on and come to us.
From my perspective, I have summoned you. Whilst you believe you came of your volition. All statements can be true, is that not so?
I know that you have many aspirations, my good kin. To be plain with you about my own motive for a moment. As long as you continue bringing swift and steady death, you shall have my unyielding support.
We Olympians, we are a prideful family, cousin. You cannot simply choose a favorite without spurring one of us to wrath. You see, I have my father's temper, Zagreus. I am able to keep it in check, though I expect you to do your part.
Here to tell you that Poseidon's on his way, boss. Sometimes he is a little slow, but you'll meet up with him again eventually.
I knew that I could count on you, nephew. So the ungrateful Theseus, the winsome prize he earned was just some chariot, correct? And he was vanquished on it anyway. That's what he gets. Boasting his prize was greater than any in his mortal days. Puh.
I don't see that last bottle of ambrosia anywhere, which I can only take to mean you need another. Here, sir. Thanks for seeing me through all of this, time after time.
You're thanking me, stranger. I've been here for some time, I think, and yet some of your customs, I'll admit, remain quite strange to me. You've done more for me than I've any right to expect from anyone.
It's just a bottle of ambrosia, sir. It's really no big deal. Okay, fine. It's rather difficult to come by, but still.
You jest, but I do not. I'd offer you my lifelong gratitude, but, well, you know.
You've got the rest of your life ahead of you as far as I'm concerned. Here's to starting anew, right? You can call me Zagreus, or stranger, whatever suits you.
And I'm Patroclus, by the way. I'm realizing now we've not officially met. It's good to know you, Zagreus. Stranger. I'm grateful for everything you've done.
Avert your eyes, fiend, lest the shining bronze work of the Macedonian should strike you blind. We are prepared to face your devilry.
Prepared for me, really? I've dismantled your ridiculous chariot before. Even Poseidon knows you're just a blowhard with a fancy ride.
How dare you to invoke my Lord Poseidon's name, and to besmirch our complicated past? No god shall ever favor you as he has favored both Asterious and me.
Be still. These waters, teeming with Poseidon's river denizens. That one there before me. It's been taunting me, I think, for quite some time.
You offering to take me fishing, Father? Sounds more pleasant than having you slaughter me again, or the other way around.
You mistook my meaning. First you shall have my spear,
Then that thing shall, if it has not yet come to its senses by then. Though if you vanquish me, I'm certain your uncle shall not mind if you extract it yourself. For a student of Achilles, I feel that you surpassed even his skill by now. Let's do this again.
Bye.
As he explores the wonders of the world, Prince Asterious discovers a quaint farm in which he carelessly trespasses, stepping on a farming tool which swoops up and strikes him in the forehead, fatally.
Why you?
I have to tell you something, lad. When Thanatos returned to seek you out, I was very concerned. Not just for you, either. But you've since patched things up.
I think so. I hope so. It was complicated for a while there, but I think things are clearer for us now. Not just in the moment, but in retrospect. I'm not making any sense.
Oh, on the contrary. I think I know exactly what you mean. I don't know Thanatos particularly well. It wasn't he who brought me here, you see. And he was always very busy, like your father. But he always struck me as a decent sort.
He is. Hey, Than, now, hypothetically, if I were to have vanquished Charon in single combat after having, I don't know, say, helped myself to one of his wares at no charge, how long would you say he'd hold it over me?
Everything is an exchange with Charon, Zag. If there was something you refused to pay for, then I'm going to assume that's why you're back here now. The debt is paid in obols or in blood, or their closest counterparts, I guess.
So then, hypothetically, we're squared away.
Oh, please. Briefly now, boy. Our resources director informs me you've advanced in rank. Commendable. That's all.
Thank you.
So if there's anything that I can do for you, Nyx, you need but ask, all right? I plan to pull my weight.
Your services were always welcome here. Please acclimate yourself at your own rate. I am available to answer any questions you may have at any time.
Thank you, my friend. I have to tell you, it's good to be back.